guys, welcome to another episode of A Drummer's Guide to. Today I want to talk about a subject which has been brought to my attention by Fraser Welsh, and he's a drummer. He has just picked up the sticks again basically, and was talking about how do you know when you're ready to play with other musicians. And I have basically said to him quite bluntly, I don't believe that you do know when you're ready, and actually the best way to know that you're ready is just to do it, which potentially can be quite hard and difficult and potentially not good, but I just wanted to talk through what I did, what I would do to maximise success, if you like, in playing with other people and yeah, that sort of stuff. So my experience of it is that it doesn't matter how much you practice and play by yourself in your bedroom, in your studio, whatever, playing with other people definitely ups your game, and it gets you into a state where it's like, okay, you just get better, you get more refined, and I believe that also if you want to get even more refined past just playing with other people, stick an audience in front of you and that is going to make you even better. You just got to step up to the mark, and it's the situation. So it's a scary thing, I know, reaching out to other musicians and asking them to jam or whatever, because you're basically becoming very vulnerable with people, and it might be people that you know as musicians that already play with other people, and it can be quite daunting. And I remember the first time that I reached out to what was a band looking for a drummer. So these three people were already playing together, and I'd played with other people, but within my school. I was only a kid, I was like 14, and that was very much my comfort zone. I don't remember the first time I really played with other musicians, if I'm completely honest, because I would have been 11. I'm sure I was absolutely terrified. In fact, I think the first 10 years of my drumming career, I was just completely terrified. That was my general state. But I do remember this because I just remember thinking, oh my gosh, I don't know these people, they don't know me, I just need to go in there and I need to just play, and hopefully I'm at a standard that's good enough. And I was lucky in that I got there and I was terrified, but as soon as we started playing I was like, oh no, okay, this is fine. So I just wanted to talk to you about the best way that I think, if you are thinking about playing with other people and you're feeling nervous, just a way to, I don't know, to try and give yourself the best success that you can, basically, in especially that first experience, because I'd hate for you to have that first experience and then it goes badly and then you go, well, it's just not for me, because it's not true. That's not true. Just if you have a bad experience, that doesn't mean that you're not made for it. Just trust me, I promise you, because if I thought like that, then I would not be a drummer now, because I've had so many failures where it's just been like, oh my gosh, that, yeah, if I believed that, I wouldn't be here. So just trust me. Trust me, please trust me. So yeah, what I would do is find musicians that, if you don't know, maybe just one musician that you know who might have a couple of other musician friends, and maybe suggest a jam, like just, you know, renting a studio for a couple of hours on a Sunday or whatever, and just having a jam. Now that in itself, that even frightens me, to be honest, like a general jam, just what does that mean? What does that mean? That could be anything. So what I would suggest is getting in touch with those musicians, saying, right, let's each learn, like if there's, like I always say, if there's 4 of you, then each of you choose a song and then everyone else learn each other's songs to have a jam to, meet up on the Sunday or whatever, and play those songs so that everyone is at a good starting point. You all know what you're doing, and then see how it progresses from there. Maybe it will turn into a jam, and the guitarist might say, oh, I've got this idea for a song, like what would you play? And you know, it can become this organic thing, but have a starting point so you're not all just sitting there like looking at each other like, so shall we play something? Either that, or one of them would go, great, so does anyone know this song? And it's like some obscure like acid jazz tune, and you're just going, I don't know what you're talking about, I don't know what they're talking about. So yeah, just have a starting point, 100%, and then just see where it goes. And you know, it might be that you really gel as musicians, and as I say, I can guarantee you within 30 seconds of playing with other people, your skill level will jump, like definitely, because there's something about being in that concentrated situation, that definitely ups your game, and it changes your skills, because all of a sudden, well, maybe not all of a sudden, at first, like the way that I am, all I'm doing is being really self-conscious of myself. Obviously, that's why it's called self-conscious. But all I'm doing is concentrating on what I'm playing and going, oh God, is this good? Or is this okay? Or am I good enough? And, all of that sort of stuff. If you can get outside of that and start listening to everyone else, which is always a good place to be when you're playing music. Like, don't worry about listening to yourself. Listen to everyone else and react. That in itself is such an incredible skill to have. And if you can do that quickly, like I say, your skill set will just jump. And if you end up being able to just react to that, brilliant. So I'd say, yeah, go for that, definitely. And just try and enjoy it as much as you can, obviously. And if you gel and you want to carry on, then that's amazing. If, however, you are in a situation where maybe it didn't go so well, or like under the circumstances you weren't able to play the songs because you were too nervous, or I don't know, it can be any number of things, like you got into your head too much and it just like overpowered you, please don't be hard on yourself. And you might not know me that well, it's rich coming from me because I'm very hard on myself, and I always have been, but I know from experience, because I'm like that, it's possibly the most destructive thing you can do to yourself. If you get into that situation, and in fact before you get into the room with the people, what I would do is, in your head, just see it like it's an experiment. So there's no, don't put the pressure on it of, if I go into the room with these people, then we're going to be a worldwide success, and, we're going to be super famous, and it's all going to be, life-changing. Don't do that. Just be like, right, this is what it is. We have 4 hours booked on a Sunday. We're going to just go in and have a laugh. If you come out of there and go, actually, I don't feel good about what just happened, cool, that's fine. You just, like I say, treat it like an experiment, and almost become analytical about it, and just say, okay, what didn't work? Okay, so I was speeding up when I was playing. Okay, cool. I know I need to work on playing to a click and playing to music, and maybe recording myself and then listening back and seeing what the actual feedback is. Or maybe it was that you didn't lock in with the guitarist or the bass player or whatever. Again, play along to music. Listen back, listen to how you're looking in with people. I mean, this is actually a great way to get real world feedback, because it's all good and well playing to music and stuff, but sometimes, that music is consistent because it is a recording, therefore it's never going to change. When you're playing with other people, people move around with the time, and things change, and maybe you've learnt a song, but they go to they miss out the middle eight and they go straight to a third chorus, and you're just going, no, this is meant to be the middle eight. But that in itself, adapting, when people, go like that, either they need to adapt to you or you need to adapt to them, or there needs to be some in between. That kind of lesson is incredibly useful, because if you're on a gig and that happens, you're not just going to stop and go, guys, no, sorry, they missed the middle eight, we need to start again. That's not how it works. What you got to do is just go with it, make it work, make it sound like you didn't make a mistake as a collective, and get on with it. And it's just part of the learning process. The only way you're going to do that is by playing with humans who make mistakes and are not perfect. And I definitely am that person, embodied. I am by no means perfect. I have many flaws. It's a beautiful thing. And actually, incredible things can come from that. And as I say, a mistake made between 4 people jamming in a room can create a song. And you just don't know what's going to happen. And plus, bonus, might make some new friends. That's the other thing. If you don't get on musically or personally, don't force yourself to go back the following Sunday and just go, well, I've got to get through this because, I need to win at this. Don't do that. There are so many musicians in this world. There are so many lovely people. There are so many people that you will connect with. That's the other thing. I mean, finding the musicians in the first place. If you literally have no friends that are musicians, then go online, go to Gumtree, go to Craigslist. That's how I found my first band. And just, put up an ad. Just say, I want some musicians to jam with. My favourite bands are blah, 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 blah. you will get like-minded people, and at least you have that in common and a starting point, and you can just go from there. And honestly, when I tell you, you just don't know where things will lead. You don't know where anything will lead. Meeting one person could change the whole of your life, but you know, if you just go at it with, I just want to be better, I think that that's a great place to start. So I hope that this very random rambling has helped you. And yeah, I'd say just get out there, play with some people. It's really fun, I promise. It's so much fun. It's scary, but like I say, within a few minutes you'll be thriving. I can almost guarantee it, because the fact that you're questioning, should I be playing with other people, means that you probably should be. Scary, it's worth it. Just go do it. It's fun, I promise. Don't be hard on yourself. Be kind. Okay, right, I'm gonna go. I shall see you next week for another subject on something, who knows what? I don't know what. But yeah, hope you guys are having a good day, and I will speak to you soon. Alright, laters, taters, bye.